Well, Mark, at last you've got the shield and a day of celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic for everybody. You see the chairman there, he's emotional, and he's put a lot into this football club, not just financially, but his time and his effort and lots of hard work and manual labour as well. So it starts with him and goes down through everybody, down through me and through the players and to all the supporters. So yeah, it's a great day for Chippenham Town Football Club, certainly.
You had the celebrations, of course, last Saturday off the pitch, but it must feel more special today getting what is a huge, literally a huge trophy.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's some illustrious names on there, football clubs, so that's an old shield that's been around all around the country, not just in the southern part of England as well. So yeah, we're proud to be on it, we're happy to be on it. You're right, we did start some celebrations last week. We went to Frome and got our feet back on the ground and got a victory there, and it looks as though we've won the league by 11 points. So 103 points, I think we've got fantastic effort by everybody, and the credit goes to everybody at this football club.
And that's a record for the Southern League.
Yeah, absolutely. We were aware of that. We wanted to make sure we got ourselves into the record books. It's great for this football club that we've won as I say, I think the team have won the title, but the club have won the championship. So we're very pleased and very happy.
What about the game? We've got to talk firstly about the St Ives player taken off in a hospital, and of course it all then gets put into perspective after that.
Absolutely, credit to them. They wanted to carry on and play on, and rightfully so. These things do happen in football. It's not pleasant at all. It's unpleasant. It's a horrible thing to see. It's a fair tackle by Tyndall, and the lads obviously looks like he's got a broken leg, so we're disappointed for him as they've got a cup final next week. But credit to them, they come out of the fight of it and made a decent game of it in the second half. From then on, it was a bit of a damp squibblers game, but it wasn't about the game today. It was about the result, and we've got the result. We've got ourselves 2-0 after a decent first half. We'll enjoy this evening. Another goal for David Pratt. I think he's got it on Matt Smith, a very good finish by Matt Smith as well, and really the game as a contest was over at half time. I don't think they've threatened us at all. It's another efficient performance and 3 more points.
So more celebrations tonight. I'm sure they'll go on for at least a few more days. What's next for you as far as the manager and the job of that is concerned?
Well,
start looking for next season?
Absolutely, yeah. I've had some brief conversations with some players at this club and other clubs as well, but we've got a core of a good squad of players here, so we need to decide what we're going to add to it and what can strengthen us up. I need to sit down with the chairman and the vice chairman and just see where we're going to go with it. Obviously there's financial ramifications of being in the league above, so we, as I say, we need to consider that, but we're a growing football club. The football club's grown over the last 3 or 4 years. It wasn't too long ago someone put on the forum this week, I think we were losing 9-0 and 7-0 to Stourbridge and Bideford not too long ago, so this is a fantastic turnaround, and this is a massive league to win. A very tough league to win as well, so we're pleased, but we'll have a few days off and then the planning will start for the Conference South.
I know you won't mention names, but the players getting in touch with you from other clubs, so those players that sort of raise your eyebrows and you think, well, you kind of been there and done it over the years?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some experienced players and there's some younger players, and this is a club that you'd like to want to come to play for. It's in a good position. The logistics of it for people to get to motorway wise, etc. It's a well supported club. It's certainly a very well run club. The players don't want for anything in the dressing room, and hopefully we can sell that to the players. We know we're going into a big, tough, unforgiving division again with lots of quality and lots more quality than in this division. It's one we need to embrace and look forward to.
You're still in the south of England as far as the league is concerned for next season, but more trips to Essex and Sussex and Kent. Your current squad, are they looking like they can sort of cope with that as far as their day jobs are concerned?
I'd like to think so. I don't think the travelling is that much different. I mean, obviously there's a few long trips which you need to be prepared for. It all depends when the fixtures come out, those night games, on those Tuesday night games, where we're actually going. But yeah, we need to speak to the players, and the players are aware of what's expected of them to be at this club. Part of the deal is when they sign that dotted line that they need to make sure they're committed fully. If they can't commit fully, then obviously there's a situation for us to discuss. But hopefully they can better work everything out, because they deserve to play in the higher division, some of these lads, and it'd be a shame if they can't do so. I'll be doing my best to try and get them at the football club, and we'll take it from there.
And to finish on that note, do you think other clubs from higher leagues, or dare I say the bigger clubs in Conference South, might come calling for some of your players?
Yeah, quite possibly. That will always happen if you've got good players clubs want them. It's no different. We'll look at good players from other clubs as well. So we've got a good thing going here, and as I say, the logistics of it for some of the players is perfect. I'm understanding of the training front and what was expected of the players. So yeah, I'm sure other clubs will be looking at our players. I'm sure there were scouts here today looking at some of our players. Be no different, albeit the next few games, the playoff games, looking at other players. So we're all in the same boat, but hopefully they'll sign the dotted line at Harden Hewish Park.
money-wise, can you compete, do you think, with the clubs at the next level?
Not when you're talking about Ebbsfleet, for instance, who I'm told are 25 grand a week. So, you know, that just can't be done. And we understand that, and the chairman understands that. But, you know, we need, if we can't compete financially, we have to find another way of making sure we can find a little bit of difference. You know, we're certainly not the top earners in this division. We've got a competitive budget, but we've found a spirit and a desire to go and get results when things are down. The lads are always willing to train and willing to work hard for each other, and we need to find that little spark that can make the difference. If it's not financial, we need to find another way.
Well, I can smell champagne from here. The celebrations continue. On behalf of myself and BBC Wiltshire, well done on what's been a fantastic season for you.
Yeah, thanks very much. And lots of people will speak to me in the street and say, "Oh, I heard you on the radio," so it's great for everybody. And as I say, long may that continue. And you know, thanks for everybody, you and all the rest of the crew for their support.